So I'm actually going to start off because everyone is at whatever other parents' weekend stuff they have to do, so they all have to be at the end of the set list. So it makes it very difficult to put everyone at the end. But anyway, I'm gonna talk to you all tonight a little bit about my summer. So this summer for me involved a lot of commuting. It involved different types of trains and cars and such, multiple different stops. It was very annoying. And in taking the Metro North, I saw the new ad that the state of Connecticut has up for itself. And at my first set at the Cucumber last year, I joked about the slogan for Connecticut. The official state slogan used to be "full of surprises," which I thought was funny because Connecticut really isn't full of surprises. It's full of white people. But the new slogan for Connecticut is still revolutionary, which means we want people to think about Connecticut in the terms of when it was actually only white people. And so on this commute, often I took the subway rather. So taking the subway in New York, there's a phenomenon where occasionally you'll have mariachi bands come on the train. And the stand-up comic John Mulaney has a great bit about this that I'm not going to plagiarize. But on my very first day going into New York, taking the subway, a mariachi band got on the train. And it was a very interesting experience because I looked around me and it was so great. People all around the train, all different genders, ages, races, whatever, were unified in how pissed off they were at a mariachi band on the subway at 8 o'clock in the morning. But in addition to taking the subway, I sometimes had to drive. So when I would drive alone, I would listen to the radio. And one of the things that was very popular on the radio this summer was the song "Turn Down for What." I'm sure most of you are familiar with that, maybe not all the parents, but maybe some of the parents. When I was driving in the car and listening to "Turn Down for What," I thought to myself, I have an answer to Lil Jon and DJ Snake's question of "Turn Down for What." I was in the car by myself on the highway at 7:30 in the morning, and that's exactly the type of situation that you do want to turn down for. A little public safety announcement. But so at the internship that I did this summer, part of what I had to do was working in databases. And I've had to work in databases before, and there's occasionally this fun little game that I like to play, not with anyone else, just by myself. It's called Androgynously Named Spouse or Gay Couple. So you run into situations where it's like, all right, you need to assign gender, you need to assign like titles, Mr. or Mrs. to these contacts, and it's like, all right, you have Linda, and then you have Terry. All right, what do I do with that? Is it Linda's wife or is it Linda's husband? And then you run into situations like Jamie and Alex. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do with that? There's just nowhere to go from there. Another thing that I had to do this summer, not had to do, it was fun, but my brother got bar mitzvah this summer. And over the whole last semester, I would Skype with him and practice the chanting the Hebrew and stuff. And I'm sure this is very weird for people who might walk into my suite and just hear Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu coming from my room. But anyway, the bar mitzvah itself was very fun, but I had to beforehand get this fancy haircut. And normally I don't get fancy haircuts. Like, this place was a salon, and there were hairdressers who fit so many gay stereotypes, it was almost comical. And I ended up smelling kind of strange and fruity afterwards. But I really wasn't like a comfortable experience for me. Like, I feel comfortable getting my hair cut in a room where there's at least one television playing ESPN, and my hair is being cut by a large, friendly man with a vague European accent. And that's just, you know, that's just what makes me happy. But anyway, that's my